Hi guys, Mark here for KetoKitchenCollection.com, the home of the Dynamic Keto Meal Plan. And today's question is, what is the keto diet? Well, the keto diet, in short, is a diet whereby you alter your eating to eliminate almost all carbohydrates from the diet. So that means we can't have bread, pasta, rice, potato and other starchy, dense vegetables like that, corn, that sort of thing, and also all sugars, so no chocolate, ice cream, no sugary treats, all that stuff is completely cut out. What we do, once we cut out all those carbohydrates, is we moderately increase the protein and somewhat significantly increase the fat in our diet, and that's quite okay, and I'll explain why in a moment. Ultimately, what will happen is that our body, when it's running on carbohydrates, is using an energy system called glycolysis. The carbohydrates we eat get converted into glucose in our system, and that goes into all the cells in our body. Preferentially, our body will take glucose over anything else to power itself from day to day. Now, if we take the carbohydrates out of our system, we're not going to have access to that glucose. After a few days, what your body actually does is convert into a different energy system, a different metabolic system called ketosis. And that's where the term keto diet comes from. We're in ketosis. So what our body does is, in ketosis, it'll take fat stores from our body, wherever you may be holding it, and also fat in the diet. That's why we increase the amount of fat that we eat when we take out the carbohydrates. We increase the amount of fat that we eat so that the body's got enough fat to be able to convert into something called ketones in our body, and those ketones will go into all our cells, including our brain, muscle cells, all the cells in our organs, all the cells that need it to help it power us throughout the day. So we've gone from using glycolysis and glucose to converting, after a few days of removing the carbohydrates, converting to ketosis and ketones. And this is a normal thing for our body to do when we cut carbohydrates out of the diet. Okay, so it's quite safe. Everyone can do it, and it's something that our bodies have evolved being able to do, so you don't have to think that it's unsafe. Now, there's various benefits to being on a keto diet. It can be a fantastic tool for simply denting the hunger. Now, if you're going to go on a diet, the most successful diet for anyone is the one that they can stick to the longest. Now, ketosis, it's not completely understood, but the evidence is there, at least anecdotally, and I know for me personally, and virtually everyone will confirm it, even if the science is not totally understood, it will very significantly dent your hunger. It will reduce hunger. So if you're on a diet and it's to lose weight, and you are losing weight, and normally you would have a lot of hunger, but ketosis will remove that hunger feeling. Not entirely, but quite significantly, and it makes the diet easy to stick to, much easier than all other diets, especially anything that's fairly moderate or high in carbohydrates. Okay, so that's a big, big plus. Now, the next point, which is kind of similar to this, to having hunger reduced, is that you'll have carb cravings reduced. Now, remember before we spoke about glycolysis and using glucose to power our system when we're eating carbohydrates? When we switch over to ketosis, we're using fats as our primary energy source. So our brain's not going to be asking us to have the glucose and carbohydrates and sugary treats and junk food. Your brain's just not going to want it because it's running on ketones, okay? And that's extremely powerful. It means that you don't want to cheat on your diet. You're not hungry. You don't want to cheat on your diet by eating ice cream and chocolate and cookies and all that stuff that you would have before. And again, it just makes it so much easier. Now, that's not to say you won't have habit eating or emotional eating. Those things are, the mental challenges that you have to find other ways to get around or just get that willpower and push on through. But you won't have the same amount of hunger and you won't have those same carb cravings. And that's super powerful, and you don't get that on any other diet. Okay, guys? So that's a couple of reasons why the keto diet is absolutely phenomenal for staying on it for the long term, that you need to do to lose the weight that you want to lose. Moving on, what else have we got that makes the keto diet so great? It gets you eating whole food, real food. We're so used to in Western society these days that we go the easy path, the quick path, often the cheap path as well, where we'll just get the sugary snack or the sugary food, or think that sugar-filled cereal that we have in the morning is so great for us. And typically speaking, it's not. And it's a large part of the problem large part of the reason that we have the problem of self-inflicted health issues and diseases and and unwanted weight gain and that sort of thing. So when you're eating whole foods, on the keto diet, you're forced virtually to eat whole foods, whether it's meat, eggs, dairy's largely cut out except for cheese, all your green leafy vegetables, some nuts, some berries, that sort of thing. It's proper food. It's not the processed garbage that you buy off the shelves of your grocery store or convenience store. That whole food is much more nutritious for you. It's much more filling, and your body just reacts to it in a much better way than eating those other sugary processed foods. And you will find that you feel a lot better. Just being on ketosis tends to make you feel better, but eating whole foods as well will make you feel so much better again. And again, if you feel good on the diet, you're going to see it through. If you feel like you're missing out and that you're losing out on things and you're craving all this other stuff, then you're going to fall off the diet. I know that's what happens with me, and I know that's why the keto diet was fantastic for me, because I didn't get any of those feelings, okay? Moving on, and the last one, we're going to get just a little sciencey here, okay? So on the keto diet, what that does is keep your insulin levels very low and stable. Now, insulin will be secreted by your pancreas when you eat carbohydrates. If we cut carbohydrates out of the diet, you're not going to get any insulin secretion, or it's going to be very, very minimal, okay? So why is that important? Well, insulin is essentially a hormone in the body that takes the nutrients in your bloodstream and unlocks the door to the cells in your body, your muscle cells, your brain cells, your cells in your organs, and allows those nutrients in. To some degree, it will actually push the nutrients in. So the more insulin that you have that's secreted by your pancreas, the more it's going to jam nutrients into the cells all around your body. The more carbohydrates you eat, the more you're going to get a big insulin spike and a big insulin push. And if it fills up your muscle cells and it fills up your brain cells, it's got nowhere else to go than fill up your fat cells, okay? And they can expand and take a massive amount of nutrients. There's really essentially no limit to it. So if we're avoiding having carbohydrates, we're avoiding getting the insulin spikes, and we're not going to get that overflow of nutrients being pushed into the fat stores. So that's why another reason why the keto diet is so fantastic, because we eliminate that pathway that our body uses to make us put on weight so easily. So that's another big, fantastic point on why the keto diet is so great. So some people will actually stay on the keto diet permanently. They just feel that good from it. The keto diet can actually give you a mild euphoria sometimes. It's because of the ketones we were talking about before. They can have a very mild effect in that way. And some people just generally feel better on it. They feel healthier on it. They want to take up the keto lifestyle and stay on it permanently because it simply works for them. Now, you can do that. You don't have to do that. You can be more like myself and just use it as a tool to manage your weight from time to time. Go on it for a few weeks or a few months, whatever's comfortable for you, whatever you would like to do or enjoy doing to get the result you want out of your body. Once you learn how to go on the keto diet and do it successfully, you will absolutely be in the driver's seat to take control over your weight and manipulate it however you want to manipulate it. So guys, it's extremely powerful, and I highly recommend that you give it a go just at least once in your lifetime just to see the benefits that you can get. So for those of you who've done keto, join the conversation below. Let us know what you achieved out of it. If you're looking to start keto for the first time and you do have some questions, again, join the conversation below in the comment section. If you want to send me a question directly, you're more than welcome to do that. There's a link in the information below. It takes you to my website where you can fill out a very quick form and send the question to me directly. And if you'd like to, I can even put the answer in a video just like this one. So thanks for watching the video all the way through, guys. I do appreciate you and the time you've given me today. I'm Mark from ketokitchencollection.com, and I'll see you guys on the next one.